Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett slams the Biden administration for targeting Israeli citizens with an executive order. You know, when you have the power of executive orders, why not make an executive order about the border that's about to split, boil over, and turn into a civil war? But no! Let's take the time and the American taxpayers' money and do an executive order against civilians in Israel, because that makes sense. Naftali Bennett slammed the Biden administration on Thursday after President Joe Biden signed an executive order targeting Israeli civilians settling in Judea and Samaria. What the Bible says is Israel, Judea, and Samaria belongs to the Jews, whether you like it or not. The Bible says it. Now you will get targeted by an executive order from the Biden administration because you settled there. This is their priority in the midst of the biggest onslaught, attack, and murder and horror being perpetrated on the Jewish nation, Jews and Judaism across the world. What should we do to help them and support them? Let's hit them with sanctions because they're living on, shocker, where God told them to live, not where the UN or the Arabs said they can live. I think it's unnecessary, Bennett responded. In Israel, we prosecute any violence, any criminal activity. We don't need external help on doing it. And I have to say, it's marginal. What's called violence of settlers is marginal. We're talking about a 50% decrease year on year. So crime is down in that area. It's not big numbers. We're taking care of it. I think it's inflated in order to create a false symmetry between the Palestinian violence and settler violence. We're on top of it. We don't need foreign assistance to prosecute that sort of thing. They get attacked by terrorists, stabbing victims, ramming victims, bombs, everything all the time. They must take it and shut up because the world doesn't care. If they retaliate or push back or defend themselves, it is settler violence. And the entire world convenes meetings, flies in private jets, gets together to discuss how best to hammer Israel as hard as they can. Is it no wonder that God is coming himself to gather all the nations together in judgment for his nation, Israel? Read it. It's in the book. Most people want to ignore. God bless. Keep looking up and keep praying for Israel. Shalom.